Sri Gurubhyo Namah children, welcome to online project Ekalaiva. Already we are discussing with the topic hydrocarbons. In the last class I have talked about the preparation of hydrocarbons. There are various methods of preparing hydrocarbons. And to start with, I have started with the alkene family. With the alkene family I have started with the preparation. And already I have discussed the physical properties of alkenes also. We have discussed about the physical state, I have talked about the density, I talked about the solubility, and the last point what we have discussed was melting point and boiling point comparison. And we are going to talk about what is that, the same compound which exists in two different forms. There are two different forms, isomers of the same compound. We are going to see where there is variation in the melting and boiling point. Shall we see, children? Be ready with your notebook. To start with, I am going to talk about cis-2-butene and trans-2-butene. This is cis-2-butene. Cis-2-butene. See the similar groups. Similar groups are on the same side, so we can call it as cis-2-butene. The same compound I am writing in a different form, where the similar groups are on the opposite side. You see this isomer. Here also molecular formula is same. This isomer also has the same molecular formula, but when you see the spatial arrangement of atoms, see here. So here both the bulky groups, that is methyl groups, they are attached to the opposite side of the doubly bonded carbon. Here they are attached on the same side of the doubly bonded carbon. When similar groups are attached on the same side of doubly bonded carbon, we can call that isomer as cis isomer. So here the two bulky groups, similar groups are attached on the same side of the doubly bonded carbon. So we can call this isomer as cis isomer. Similar groups are on the same side. Two methyl groups are on the same side of the doubly bonded carbon. So how can I call this isomer? Cis isomer. Okay. Who is the parent here now? Start numbering the carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen here. See the double bond, it is between 2 and 3. The double bond position is between 2 and 3. So what is the starter? Who is the starter here? From which number we have to start? The starting point is 2. Okay. Cis 2. There are 4 carbon. Who is the parent here? But. Double bond is there. Ene. So what is the name of this compound? Cis-2-butene. So similar groups are there attached to the doubly bonded carbon. The starting point of the double bond is 2. That is, it is in between 2 and 3. The starting point is 2. Similar groups are on the same side. So I have indicated the word cis. So cis-2-butene. Here in this side I have written another isomer where similar groups are attached on the opposite side of the doubly bonded carbon. Here also when you talk about the number of carbon atoms, 4. See the position of the double bond between 2 and 3. Both the methyl groups are on the opposite side of the doubly bonded carbon. So it is also one of the isomer I am going to indicate as a trans, because the similar groups are on the opposite side. Trans, okay. Position is 2. Who is the parent here? Butene. Trans-2-butene. Now I am going to compare the boiling point. Boiling point of cis and trans-2-butene. Cis and trans-2-butene. So here when you talk about the cis isomer, so here the boiling point of the cis isomer, this is cis-2-butene. The boiling point is 277 Kelvin. Whereas in case of trans isomer, In case of trans isomer, it is 274 Kelvin. So this is trans 2-butene. Here the boiling point is 274 Kelvin. See the difference in boiling point. Cis isomer has got, what is that, boiling point greater when compared to the trans isomer. Why cis isomer is having high boiling point? What is the reason? The reason for the cis isomer to have high boiling point is dipole, polarity, dipole moment. So what is the main reason for the cis isomer to have high boiling point? Because cis isomers, they have dipole moment. So cis isomer has got dipole moment. As a dipole, greater dipole moment. As a greater dipole moment, so boiling point is greater. Okay, boiling point is greater because of the greater dipole moment. Now we are going to talk about what is dipole moment. What is dipole moment? Dipole moment is a measurement. Dipole moment is a measurement to check the polarity dipole moment is a measurement to check the polarity of covalent molecule. To check the polarity of covalent molecule. So dipole is nothing but to check the polarity of covalent molecule. Actually, I am taking two opposite charges. One is Q plus, another one is Q minus. So they are separated by a distance d. They are separated by a distance d. So here I am taking the charge of this as Q1. I am taking the charge of this as Q2. What is magnetic moment? How it is indicated? It is indicated by a letter mu. So magnetic moment mu is equal to product of the magnitude of the charges and the distance separated by them. Product of the magnitude of the charges and the distance separated by them. So this Q1 and Q2, I am taking it as Q into D. So what is that actually? It is the product of magnitude of charges. It is the product of magnitude of charges and the distance separated by them. It is the product of magnitude of charges and the distance separated by them. And the distance separated by them. Actually, the unit for dipole moment that is 1 dBi. 1 dBi is equal to 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeter. So what is this ESU? ESU is nothing but electrostatic units. So 1 dBi is equal to 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeter. So this is the unit for what is that, magnetic moment. So what is magnetic moment? It is nothing but the product of magnitude of charges and the distance separated by them. So this magnetic moment talks about the polarity of the molecule. What is polarity? Development of opposite charges on the respective atoms when there are two different atoms whose electronegativity differences are greater. So we are going to see another one, dipole versus polarity. What is polarity? Development of what is a polar molecule? A molecule that has partial positive and negative charges developed on them. So you can see a molecule where there are two dissimilar atoms whose electronegativity differences are greater. In such a case, the highly electronegative atom pull the electron pair towards itself. On the other hand, the other atom will lose the electron pair. As a result, the electron pair which is pulled towards the highly electronegative atom, it will have a partial negative charge, whereas on the other hand, the atom which loses the electron pair will have a partial positive charge. So development of fractional positive and negative charges on the respective atoms when there is electronegativity difference between the two different atoms are called polarity. So we are going to talk about polarity. For example, what is polarity? Development of fractional positive and negative charges. Development of fractional positive and negative charges. Development of fractional positive and negative charges above the respective atoms. Development of fractional positive and negative charges above the respective atoms due to the greater electronegativity differences, due to the greater electronegativity differences due to the greater electronegativity differences between the atom between the atoms is called as polarity. Is called as polarity. For example, we are going to see a compound now, HCl, hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid. See, there are two different atoms here, dissimilar atoms. One is hydrogen, which is less electronegative. On the other hand, there is a halogen chlorine here, which is more electronegative. So it is a dissimilar molecule where there are two dissimilar atoms are there. So here, when you talk about this bonded pair, when you talk about this bonded pair which is kept between hydrogen and chlorine, because of the electronegative differences between hydrogen and chlorine, this bond is pulled towards chlorine. This bond is pulled towards chlorine. As a result, hydrogen will develop a partial positive charge. On the other hand, chlorine will develop a partial negative charge. So, when this bonded pair of electron which is present between hydrogen and chlorine, when it is shifted to the more electronegative atom, what is the electronegativity? Electronegativity, what is that actually? The tendency of an atom in a molecule, the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the bonded pair of electron, to attract the bonded pair of electron towards itself, to attract the bonded pair of electron towards itself. Towards itself is known as electronegativity. So it is electronegativity, that is the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the bonded pair of electron towards itself. So you see here in this compound HCl, there are two dissimilar atoms. One is hydrogen, another one is chlorine. See this chlorine which is highly electronegative, that means what? The bonded pair between hydrogen and chlorine is shifted towards chlorine. As a result, hydrogen is partially losing the electron pair, so it develops a partial positive charge. On the other hand, chlorine is partially gaining the electron pair, so it develops a partial negative charge. So this process of development of partial positive and negative charges above the respective atoms due to their electronegativity difference. When it will occur? Only when there is great electronegativity difference between the two atoms. So both the atoms are dissimilar atoms. So this type of electronegativity, or which we can call it as polarity. So very particular in case of a dissimilar atom. So there should be two dissimilar atoms whose electronegativity difference should be, what is that? Different. So here hydrogen is least electronegative, chlorine is most electronegative. So what is happening to the bonded pair? It is pulled towards chlorine. As a result, hydrogen is gaining, what is that? Losing the electron pair partially. So it will have a partial positive charge. Chlorine is gaining the electron pair partially. So it will have a partial negative charge. So we can call it as polarity. Similarly, so in such a case, when polarity is greater, we can call such a molecule as polar molecule. We can call such a molecule as polar molecule. We can call such a molecule as polar molecule. They have dipole mu which is not equal to 0. So they have mu which is not equal to 0, that is dipole moment. Dipole moment is not equal to 0. So based on dipole moment, we can talk about the polarity. So when you talk about cis 2 butene, already I told you, We are going to bring this concept now. Cis-2-butene, I told you. So this is cis-2-butene. Here the boiling point I told you, it is 277 Kelvin. It is having the higher boiling point. Again we are going to talk about the similar groups are attached on the same side. When you talk about the bonded pair between methyl group and carbon, this bonded pair is pulled towards carbon. Again when you talk about carbon and methyl group this side, so the bonded pair is pulled towards carbon. So in cis-2-butene, cis-2-butene as net dipole moment. So it has got the net dipole moment. So the polarity is greater. Polarity is greater. Polarity is greater. The interionic particles are greater. Interionic particles greater. Interionic forces greater. Therefore, boiling point also greater. So here we are discussing about the, what is that, polarity nature of this isomer. I told you bond between CH3 and C is pulled towards carbon. Here also between CH3 and C the bond is pulled towards carbon. So this molecule has net dipole moment, it is not equal to 0. Mu is not equal to 0 here. It has got a dipole moment value. So the polarity is greater. The interionic forces are greater between the, what is that, atoms. So the boiling point is also greater. So cis isomer having high polarity, as a result interionic forces are greater. Therefore boiling point is also greater. What about trans-2-butene? See the bulky groups, they are on the opposite side. So this compound has similar groups are on the opposite side. So how do we call this? We can call it as trans-2-butene. So what is the boiling point of this compound? The boiling point is 274 Kelvin. 274 Kelvin, which is less than that of cis isomer. What is the reason? See the similar groups which are on the same side. So here, what is that? The atoms have, they have plane of symmetry. They have plane of symmetry. So this trans isomer has got plane of symmetry. As a result, what is happening? The dipole getting cancelled. So they will have a plane of symmetry. Net dipole gets cancelled. Net dipole moment gets cancelled. Net dipole moment gets cancelled. So boiling point is less. Interionic forces also less. So I am talking about trans-2-butene where the similar groups are on the opposite side. Here also we can see the, what is that, the resultant dipole moment here getting cancelled here. So this bond is shifted towards carbon, again this bond is shifted towards the carbon. The net dipole here in this compound, in this molecule, in this isomer which has got a plane of symmetry, it gets cancelled. Therefore boiling point is less, interionic forces also less. So we have compared the boiling point of cis-2-butene and trans-2-butene. I have given definitions for dipole, electronegativity, how it affects the polarity of the molecule, all these things we have compared. Up to this, I will be completing today. Remaining thing is there, we are going to compare the melting point. Once again, based on dipole moment, we are going to talk about the melting point also. That I will discuss tomorrow in detail. So I want everybody to go through this today so that you will have a complete clarity about this topic. So let us see with the new topic, new concept tomorrow. Till that, thank you children. If you like this channel, you please subscribe this channel. Thank you.